Welcome everybody to my top 10 best unknown anime ever. My name is Misty/Knexa, and if you've been on my channel before, you should know that I pride myself in being the best channel to discover new anime to watch. So I decided, why not go to the core of things and pick up 10 titles that for sure doesn't have a lot of people talking about. For this list only, I've gone on my Anime List website and I've scouted through thousands of shows, taking only in consideration the amount of members those shows have. The member amount has to be under 35,000. I gotta put the threshold somewhere. Nothing before the year 2000. I don't want to use cheap cop-out when the internet wasn't even a thing. Also, I only take the very first season in consideration. Season 7 of a show doesn't mean people don't know about it, it simply means they might have just dropped it. Anyway, enough with this, let's see how much you know. Number 10, Telepathy Shoujo Ran. I dearly wanted to start off with Telepathy Shoujo Ran. It's not a show that would raise a lot of awareness, and I find it truly shameful because while it's not groundbreaking title like Death Note or Madoka Magica, it does bring a lot to the table, and I didn't end up hating it at all. If anything, I loved it, but that might be just my hipster side. The story is about Ran, a teenage girl with psychic abilities. She's in love with her childhood friends, and another girl joins the duo. Surprisingly enough, it's not focused on being a romantic anime, it's actually about solving mysterious events. It's 26 episodes long, and the production quality will not let you down. If you're looking for some Scooby-Doo-like adventure, definitely consider this one. Number 9, Nia Under 7. Nia Under 7 is probably going to be the anime dismissed the most on this list. It's average on all fronts, which absolutely explains how come no one has heard of it before. It's your run-of-the-mill slice of life comedy with aliens, Denpa-onna, Squid Girls, or even Deers or Heaven's Lost Property without the ecchi. You get my drift. I recommend this anime for people seeking a bit of light comedy with an intriguing duel. It's an explosive dynamic and eventually it does bring a lot of substance with the plot down the road, but it takes a bit to finally kick off. I don't know, I don't think this will appeal to a lot of people outside completionists, but if you're one of them, you won't have a boring time on this show.
いつの間にかうちの押し入れに住み着いちゃってて。違う。もともとニアが先住民で、マユコの方が居候なの。いいなぁ。あれ、なんか怪しい。ミチルはどうなんだい？今度、遠山くんに会いに行くことになった。
Number 8, let me try to get this right. Mahou tsukai ni Taisetsu na koto and Mahou tsukai ni Taisetsu na koto natsu na sora. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Those are two anime which are from the same franchise, yet they don't really relate to one another all that much. I am going to talk about mostly Natsu no Sora, since I feel it has the upper hand on the former. The story is about spellcasting, but to do that job you need a proper training as well as a license, which can be tricky to come by. The main girl character, which is a 13-year-old girl, goes to Tokyo to study for hers, and meet with a teacher who wants to give her special attention. The anime is sweet for the most part, it has some WTF moments and a heart-wrenching ending, but I think that definitely brings more to the show. The visual is a bit uncanny since it incorporates rotoscopic photography as backgrounds, but still very much worth checking out.
見てたんだ。
なんかあった？
別に。
高校生？
そうだ。昨日お買い物した時のお釣り。
Number 7, Bingbo Shimai Monogatari. This premise might not pique the interest of everyone, but for me I found it to be quite enjoyable. There's something about the resourcefulness of the characters and their chemistry that just made me smile. It was like watching one of those America's Got Talent interview where the person's all like, well, I lived in a cardboard box for 7 years, but every night I was singing while picking up cans, and I got just enough money to pay for my tickets, so I hope you guys will enjoy. You get what I mean? Anyway, the story is about two sisters who live on their own. One is 15, the other one is 9. Mom is dead, dad's a gambler on the run, so the sisters have to care for one another. It's very sweet.
風邪でもひいたらどうするの？
でも雨上がっちゃったみたいだね。
お姉ちゃん傘さしてこない。空の写真が多いね。うん、見てるとほわわーってなってくる。ほわわ。
Number 6, Tamayura Hitotose. From this point onward, you can expect the visual quality to improve tenfold. Tamayura Hitotose's story is a sequel kind of adaptation of Tamayura, an OVA which came out in 2010. The story is about a little girl who found a renewed passion for photography after a tragic event. Now traveling different location with her friends, she finally gets to experience all the joy related to this apparatus. If you like cute shows or adventure ones, this will be right up your alley. My best comparison for this would be as if Aria the Animation and K-On! Had a baby. Swap the music aspect from K-On! To photography and you get Tamayura. It's light, easily digested, fluid, and beautiful. The pacing is a bit slow, but you get to learn about the character you end up caring for. It's an incredible underrated gem. Number 5, Natsu no Arashi. If you have a chance to check out only one anime of this list, I hope you'll consider this one. The story is about Yasaka, a teenage boy who's spending the summer at his grandpa's house. One day he meets with a girl and he rescues her. She then ends up living at their place for a while. This is an anime that I can't go too much in detail without spoiling a major reveal, which made me really enjoy this show. I can, however, tell you that it's heavily focused on comedy, romance, and supernatural. Visually, the show is bright and eye-catching, the soundtrack is not bad, and the characters are quite likable too. So much that they made 2 seasons. I'm fairly confident when I say that I think you'll end up pleased with this one.
시신경 손상이 예상보다 커. 하루라도 빨리 수술해야 되네.
수술하면 나을 순 있나요?
Number 4, Winter Sonata. Alright, this is gonna be my oddball from the bunch. I don't expect a lot of people to actually go out of their way to pick it up, but let me at least inform you about it. Winter Sonata is an anime in Korean. Actually, it is based off a Korean live drama. They're surprisingly pretty popular over there. Anyway, Winter Sonata was such a hit that it got a manga adaptation, which was then turned into an anime. But then they reused the Korean cast for the voice and they made the whole anime subtitle in Japanese, subtitle back in English. It's confusing, huh? Anyway, the story is 26 episodes long. It's your average love triangle. I know some people devours that type of drama, and this one is very well done. Personally, I just started looking into Korean stuff, and this one is definitely worth investigating. Number 3, Uninhabited Planet Survive. You had to expect at least one Madhouse title to sneak its way in, don't you? Well, Uninhabited Planet Survive is gonna be just that one. This anime is a gem no one cares about, and it kinda pissed me off. The story is about Luna and her pet robot in the 22nd century. Everyone abandoned Earth and are living in space colonies around it. One day on a school trip, Luna and her friends go through a gravity field and are tossed on a new uninhabited planet. Which, well, if you're smart, you figured out they gotta survive. It may seem rather dull on the surface, but it will catch you off guard. You won't end up disappointed, I promise you this.
AB チームは第一コートに入れ。
サーラベル危ない飾らない毎日の中でいろんなことを共にしてきた
Number 2, Honobono Log. Alright, I'm sure you're seeing the clip and you're thinking there must be some kind of mistakes, but no, I assure you that this has the right rank. Honobono Log is a very tiny anime of 10 episodes. Each episode is about real-life skits with 2 or 3 characters at most. The production value is incredibly low. Anyone with basic anatomy knowledge, a decent crayon box, and a mic could do these episodes. Yet they fucking slayed me. The voice acting, the setup, the simplicity of everything just charmed me to the core in this mix of sweetness and relatable events. I watched these episodes and felt as if those skits were fragments of my own life. Each episode is only 2 minutes long. Pause this video right now and blaze through all of them. It's absolutely endearing and I cannot recommend it enough. Sincerely.
De 前に1時間半も役に立たない子だね。
おかみさん、すいません。
Hey, glad to have you back! And finally, number 1, Glass Mask. Glass Mask is an incredible dual story. The plot is about two girls, one coming from a poor town, underappreciated kind of family who owns a restaurant, and she basically is their Cinderella, and the other girl coming from a very powerful family who has connection everywhere in the world. The two girls must fight to achieve their success, but if one gets it, the other one end up failing. It's a very interesting anime that you think you know how it's gonna turn out, but there's a bunch of surprises in store. If you like drama, acting, and likable character, you'll be set for a great adventure with this one. Unfortunately, there isn't any dub available for this one either, but I hope this won't stop you from experiencing it.
船の汽笛が鳴り出すまでに一件でも残ってたら椿姫のチケットは絶対にあげないんだから。
So those are 10 of the anime I have never heard people talk about. I can't wait to see people in the comment go, oh, well, I know about all of them! But my point was to bring these shows to light for the average Joe out there who are looking for some rare anime, mostly for bragging right purposes. I hope that was useful to you, and who knows, maybe I'll do another one like this in the future. I still have some in store that didn't have a chance to get featured, but if you enjoyed it, please lend me your like and subscribe if you want to expand your anime library, and I'll see you guys next week.